Blessed are we, magical peoples. All right. It's been like 1,000 years. It has. I've missed everyone. It has been a while, and I am still working. It's been a while since I've done a public video, and I decided again I have responsibilities. My friend Elisa of Elisa Soul Kisses, she is having a crystal sale that I do these readings for, and so check out the description, join the group, look at all the wonderful things she has to offer. But I decided to do the public video because that's the responsibility of mine. And I want to make sure that I follow through. I am still, y'all, I'm still getting books, my books out. I may have a few like misfit books, like the cover is a little off or something. I may have a few misfit books. So if you miss out on the pre-order, you can message me, but the priority is getting everyone who pre-ordered their books out. And I'm hoping that this week that will all be taken care of. I have been see, you like that? I've been writing. I've been writing letters, thank you notes, just even if it's a few sentences. I just like to personalize things. I like to customize it and let people know that I do appreciate them. And I think even though my handwriting, y'all, is terrible, my handwriting is absolutely atrocious. It is wrong, absolutely. But I try. So for those of you who pre-ordered, I have a little thank you note. And you might see, because I'm left-handed, so you might see some dragging of ink because left-handed, hello. And so yeah. So after this video, I'm gonna go back to signing. I think I have like I think I'm close to being done. So yeah, that's why I look at this little new growth, all these little hairs, looking like a hot mess. That's okay. We're not here to enjoy. We're here to create an experience, an adventure. So y'all take some time. Take some time to ground and center. This is a reading in honor of Elisa Soul Kisses, her sale. We're going to do like an inspirational Valentine's read. So, yeah, take some time to ground and center. Take some time to focus. Focus on your breathing. Take some time. Take some time to just tune in. Call in your spirit, your guides, your gods, your allies, your ancestors. Call in all the good stuff for your highest and best. Call it in and just be present with that energy. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's going on. Well, hello, Jenny, Marguerite, Amanda, Poppy. Hello. Hey, Jenny. I said Jenny, didn't I? Hello. Well, Australia, welcome. Hello. Um, so yeah, we're gonna have fun. And don't mind me, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done like a public video, so I might be a little more awkward than normal. But that's okay. I'm here for it. I'm showing up. So just take some time to meditate, get yourself into this, nice, relaxed space. Well, hello, Hannah. Welcome. And we'll get into the numbers in just a second. I'm still shuffling, and we're going to focus on a collective reading. So remember that this is a collective reading. It's not a one-on-one reading, so it doesn't replace that. This is a collective, energetic reading to tap into the flow. Like, what are the patterns here? What's going on? What do we need to focus on? What do we need to be doing, or what do we need to be mindful of, and see what we can do, right? So just take some time to tune in. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're doing well as best as you can. In Northern California, it's a little gloomy. It's a little overcasty today. So, well, hello, Patricia. It's all good. I'm always awkward. I'm always acting weird, but I don't really care because I enjoy myself here, and so it's all fun. Because some people are just like, boom, prim and proper, and I'm just like, here, okay, let's adjust, and we're good. So yeah. Valentine's Day is a weird thing. It is a weird thing. I've never really, I feel like I don't know. The history behind it is something entirely different. I understand the sentiment. I also understand that maybe we should call it something different. That's just me though. It's weird because I feel like if you're going to celebrate people that you love, you should do that every day. You should do that naturally and not wait for one day. But I get it. People want to, buy chocolates and all that stuff. But whatever. Let's not be a downer, right? Okay, shuffling. So now, y'all, you've grounded, you found your center, we're here. When you are ready, go ahead and comment the first number that pops into your head, 1, 2, or 3. You like 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, or 3. The first thing. I love that, Julie. Yes. Lubricalia. I like. Yeah. I know. It's just, people. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that rant. That's a different conversation for another time, maybe. But 1, 2, or 3, the first number that pops into your head, go ahead and comment or write down. You don't have to comment, y'all. If you don't feel comfortable commenting publicly, absolutely, totally fine. Just write it down. Write it down and take notes. So 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to do 2 cards per stack. So stack 1, stack 2, stack 3. Whatever pops into your head, that first number, go ahead and comment or write down. And we're working with the Law of Attraction cards as well as Ask and Is Given cards. And I will say this, y'all. I know I'm rambling. I will say this. These are, Law of Attraction cards, so they're uplifting, they're positive, and I want you to understand that just because we talk about positive things doesn't mean we cannot talk about negative things. It doesn't mean that we have to run away from our problems. It does not mean that we are choosing ignorantly to focus on something that feels better and neglect or negate the things that don't feel so good. That's not what this is. This is take full ownership of whatever we're going through. So we are negative at times. We have challenges and things that go on that we have to address. But what these cards do, and what they help us to do, is understand that there is hope. Understand that as we navigate these challenging experiences, we can focus on those little gems that will help us feel a little better to pull ourselves out of this rut or out of a challenging time. Does that make sense? So it's never deny those intense feelings, it's never deny whatever negative experience that we're going through. It's never lying to ourselves about the reality of a situation. It is never about that. It is about understanding who and what we are, where we are, and working with what we have. Okay, so yeah, just had to put that out there. So 1, 2, or 3, go ahead and comment, and let us see. We're gonna do stack. Okay, let me see. Stack 1, stack 2, and stack 3, and we're gonna do the second part. So 1, 2, or 3. And here, okay, all right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on. Okay, y'all, I have a messy setup. I really need to figure this out. I do. It's all messy. I'm always cleaning and trying to reorganize, and I'm always making more messes. It's hilarious. So card 1, stack 1. So stack 1, card 1. We have my emotional set points can be changed. My emotional set points can be changed. So what does that say to you? So what do you think of? My emotional set points can be changed. So your set points are achieved by attention to a subject. We want you to understand the extreme value in deliberately achieving your own set points, because once you expect something, it will come. Well, hello, Anita. The details of it may play out differently, but the vibrational essence will always be an exact match. Have you ever had that happen? It's you want something, you really, really want something, and you realize you're really wanting an experience, an emotion or an experience or an adventure. And on some level, you have this idea of what you want, and it didn't happen that way, but you got it anyways. You got this experience, right? You got the feeling of it, and you realize oh, wait, I did I did manifest that. I did create that. I did focus on that, and I did experience it. It just didn't happen in the way that I thought it would, or on some level. So a lot of things like that happen. It's very fascinating to pay attention to those patterns. So my emotional set points can be changed. Your set points are achieved by attention to a subject. Okay. So what does that say to you? So your set points are achieved by attention to a subject. We want you to understand the extreme value in deliberately achieving your own set points. Again, because once you expect something, it will come. So I really like how this sets us up for success. It is saying, look, I don't have to worry about other people. I don't have to worry about other programming. I have to really pay attention to me. I have to look at my own story, my own investments, my own stuff, right? I must look at that because again, I think every one of us we get swayed from the outside like world. We get swayed from the intense energy of like the news or of Twitter, y'all. Twitter is addicting. Oh my goodness. But we get swayed and we forget to come back to our own natural vibration, our own natural energy, right? And so my emotional set points can be changed. And I realize that if I deliberately choose to focus on myself, to focus on what I love, and to focus on working through my own life. So again, like I said, it's not always like this positive thing. So it's like maybe I'm going through something very challenging and I'm like trying to escape it by focusing on other people or focusing on the solutions that other people are telling me instead of like boom, focus on myself, focus on what I need to pay attention to, what I need to see in the situation. And as I pay attention to myself and as I pay attention to my experience as it currently is, I can then discern patterns, right? And then I can choose something a little different that makes me feel better. So instead of running away from myself, I get to like reintegrate with myself and I get to focus on the things that make me feel really good. Does that make sense? And so my emotional set points can be changed. And I think that this is an opportunity for each and every one of us. This is an opportunity for us to focus on the change that we seek to create in our own lives. Like what do you want to do with your life? And how are you going to focus on you making that happen? Stop worrying about what other people are doing and start tuning in to what you are participating in. Okay. Sending out intentions. I like that. Only I can raise my vibrations, pay attention to my own thoughts. Yeah. Expect change. Yes. Expect change is here. Change is beautiful and here and always, right? So write it out. Be adventurous. You don't have to live in whatever you're feeling. I feel this way, accept it, but don't stagnate there. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, Reiki, I love it. Rediscover your own self, love, and bring sunshine. And yeah, bring what feels great to you. Light is information. Okay, and so what makes you happy? So let's unpack that a little more by the second upside down card. The second card for stack one. This is still stack one. So the second card here is. Oh, I like this. I am not in competition for well being. I am not in competition for well being. What does that say to you? So, competition can serve you if it simulates your desire, but it can be a disadvantage if it hampers your belief in succeeding. In this unlimited universe, there is no need to compete for well being, for your resources are unlimited. You may perceive a shortage, but it would be of your own making. Ooh, what does that say? How does that make you feel? What's going on here? Let's talk about this. Um, what is that, y'all? Too much going on and not enough, like, it's not coming out. So I am not in competition for well-being. It's co-creating with my emotional set points can be changed. And so I really do feel like I feel it's making me think of in the past, like when I was in grade school, when I was very like young. You see the little flip? flying away. Oh my God. But when I was really young, there was some, individuals, people in my school who were really, really wealthy, really, really well off, had all the new stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then there were people who weren't. And so it just makes me think of like, I'm not in competition with that. You feel like, oh, I want that. I want that. I want that because you think it feels a certain way. And so it's like, you feel on some level that you're in competition or you want to be in competition with that. It can inspire you, right? It can inspire you to do better. But if you obsess about it, you realize like, I'm not trying to compete with them or anyone else. I'm not trying to take what they have. I am simply trying to build for myself what I want and what I enjoy. And so when we realize like, I don't have to be in competition with anybody because everyone deserves a chance. Everyone deserves to be loved. Everyone deserves to have their happiness. Everyone deserves a shot, right? And so when we recognize this, we realize that it frees up so much energy because we're no longer in competition with anyone else. And we simply realize we are inspired by where people are on their journey and on their path. And we can take that inspiration and utilize it to help us focus on actionable steps for our own lives. Make sense? Um, so you create your own well-being. You're in charge of your emotional universe. I like that. There is enough for everyone. Again, I'm in control of how I react to it. Sit down, get calm, and don't let others' vibes upset mine. Exactly. I don't compete. I own my own. I like that. Yes. Throw away jealousy. Yes. Be happy for people. Be happy. It's like, oh my gosh, they have this. If they have this, this wellness, or if they have this item, or if they have this experience, I am happy for them because I also know that as they created it for themselves, I too can create this for myself. And how do I do that? By changing my emotional set points, by focusing and deliberately focusing on myself, by deliberately focusing on what it is that I desire, what it is I seek to create, what it is that I want from my own life, by doing whatever I need to be doing in my own time, not what other people are doing, right? So realize that you're not there's it's not a competition. You're not in competition for anyone's time, anyone's love. You are not in competition for anyone's love. You don't need to seek that from an outside source. Love, find that within you. Find the acceptance that you are worthy and you are beautiful and you deserve, right? So just keep that in mind as we get into the next card. So stack two, card one, it is natural for my body to be well. It is natural for my body to be well. You do not have to think specific positive thoughts about your body, but you have to not think specific negative thoughts. If you could never again think about your body and instead just think pleasant thoughts, your body would reclaim its natural place of wellness. Ooh, how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? What comes up for you? So it is natural for my body to be well, and you do not have to think specific positive thoughts about your body, but you have to not think specific negative thoughts. If you could never again think about your body and instead just think pleasant thoughts, your body would reclaim its natural place of wellness. What does that say? I like that because this is something that like irritates me at times. When you're young or younger than someone else, and you have someone older, and they're like, just wait till you get to my age, or just wait till you get to our age. And it's like, I don't want to be rude or no disrespect, but when I'm your age, I'm gonna be awesome. Like, we create our environment, we create our stuff. So it's like I'm learning to take care of my body more. I'm learning to take care of me more and eat better for myself and learn and meditate more and have a healthier spirituality. I'm learning all of this stuff. So as I do age, I age wonderfully. I age in with my mindset that's helping me out. I'm not going to say, oh, when I get old, I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be in pain. I'm going to, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. It is natural for my body to be well. So we have to remind ourselves oh, I'm older now, my back is hurting all the time, blah blah blah. It's time for us to be very aware. um it is about it is about whatever, however you take the card. Yeah. So it is natural for my body to be well. And so when we look at ourselves, and again, I have worked with someone who had fibromyalgia, and obviously, y'all, we can't compare it in a sense because everyone's case is different. Everyone's situation is different, not just their body and what's going on in their body, but as well, their upbringing and their personality and all of these other things. And so I was always inspired by her because she never made excuses for herself. Not saying that you can't make excuses, because you have to be aware of who you are and where you are. So hopefully this is making sense. So what was interesting to me was it is natural for my body to be well. And so with her fibromyalgia and her situation, she always would say, you know what? I am in pain right now, but I'm not going to let this pain, I am temporarily in pain. I'm not going to let this pain ruin my day. So I'm going to work through whatever I have to work through, and I'm going to focus on what feels good and doing what feels good. I'm going to be aware of my body. I'm going to be aware of what I'm going through, but I'm also going to still do what I can within my own situation, and thrive as best as I can. And so she would always say, you know what, exercising helps me a lot. When I'm exercising and when I'm eating well, it makes my body feel good. And yeah, I still have little pains and I still have these other things that happen to my specific case, right? My specific situation. But when I am eating better, when I am exercising, when I am, doing certain things that make me feel really good, I have a better outlook. And yeah, as I process these challenging things, I process them in a better mind space, in a better way than if I just didn't do any of these things. Does that make sense? And so I think that's what this is saying. It's like, instead of focusing on all of the negative things about our body image or our physical body, or what we're able to be, what we're able to do or not do, it's saying, you know what, focus on the things that you love. Focus on the things that you are inspired by. Focus on, be aware of what's going on, but then also don't lose sight that you are capable, you are worthy, and you're able to, give life and light to the things that you can do, right? Oh, awesome, Amanda. Yeah, yeah. And it's also not to make anyone who doesn't do these things to feel bad. No, please don't. Know where you are and work with what you're working with, right? So the second part to step two, my inner being guides me through my emotions. My inner being guides me through my emotions. While you are while you are indeed a wondrous physical creator, you exist simultaneously in another dimension. There is a part of you, your inner being, that exists in this physical body, and your guiding emotions are your physical indication of your relationship with your inner being. So interesting. Is that, what does that say to you? That's kind of interesting how that connects with one another, right? It is natural for my body to be well, and then my inner being guides my thoughts and my gosh, my inner being guides me through my emotions. So it's interesting because we also realize it is our connection. It is our connection with our inner being. It's our connection with our spirit. Our spirit is well. Our spirit is whole. Our spirit is beautiful. And so when we connect with our spirit, when we connect with our inner being, and we allow ourselves to tap into that information, we start to emanate those experiences. Like, you know what, I'm good, I'm well, and whatever that looks like in our own world. Again, we're all different. So we honor and celebrate that. And so it is natural for my body to be well, and my inner being guides me through my emotions. What is that saying to you? How does that make you feel? And so it's definitely saying, look, we are amazing individuals. We have a physical body. We also have a spiritual body that is impressing upon the physical or residing in the physical, whatever you believe, but there's spirit there. There's spirit that is infused with our physical, animating it and doing those things. And so when we realize we're not simply our physical body, the physical body is a representation of something that we use to navigate the earthly experience, but there's other that is impressing upon us that we can tap into to remember who we really are, to remember what we're truly capable of, to remember that we are healthy and well and beautiful in whatever position that we are in, right, in life. So all about knowing yourself and how outside events affect us. Understand what makes you happy and healthy, and stay the course is best. Yeah, and trust your natural instincts. Pay attention again. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what is guiding you. So pay attention, like, oh, I feel like there's something going on here, and so pay attention, honor that, respect that, right? Um, So my inner being guides me through my emotions. It is natural for my body to be well. Remember, everything we focus upon is a belief. It turns into a belief, a program, especially when we focus on it so much. So go back to my emotional set points can be changed. I'm not in competition with anyone. And so deliberately choose to focus on the things that are going to set you up for success and help you to work through the challenges and whatever life brings your way. And know that as you focus on feeling good and you disengage with the thought processes about your body, your all bodies, right? As you disengage with the negative thought processes about your body, your image, etc., and you start to focus on feeling good, and you start to focus on what you do love and what you do appreciate, and what you do want to engage in, you start to realize as that happens, you start to realize that oh, you can tap into your inner well-being. You tap in, you feel your spirit more. You feel, because you're not caught up in berating yourself. You're not caught up in hating on yourself. You're not caught up in that energy anymore. So you have more energy, more time to be aware of what is truly going on. This is a spiritual experience, right? In this space, and you get to tap into that and remember all that you are. So let's move on to stack three. Stack three, card one. But whose truth is the true truth? But whose truth is the true truth? So, with enough attention to anything, the essence of what you have been giving thought to will eventually become a physical manifestation. And then, as others give attention to it, they help it expand. In time, this manifestation, whether wanted or not, is called truth. Deliberate creation is about deliberately choosing those experiences you make your truths. What does that say to you? That's really powerful, huh? So how does that make you feel? It's a really powerful card because it's not just about our deliberate creation. It is about our deliberate co-creation. Who is co-creating with us, and who are we co-creating with? Again, example, really easy example is when again, if you're on Twitter, you be reading all of those intense posts. If you look at the news, not please. It's important to be informed. But when we get caught up, right, news, boom, all this negative stuff, and then we attach ourselves to that intense energy, and then we just get caught up. Like, it's okay to be informed, but we have to learn to detach a little and discern. But when we get caught up in that energy, and then we start adding, like, oh yes, right, oh, this is so true, we start adding our energy to that, then we create with that energy, we invest into it, and we make it even more we make it even more true, right? So, but whose truth is the true truth? And so this gives us an opportunity to find out what we want to be true in our lives, in our life experience, okay? And so with that being said, it's important to focus. It is important to deliberately choose. It is important to realize that as you give awareness to something, you give life to it. And as that life starts to open itself up to you and you start to experience it more, other people also notice, and other people will see, other people will experience, other people will join in the creation of what it is that you're going through. And so ask yourself, like, what is your truth? What do you want to create? And some people have a challenge with this one because they think, well, I don't want to complain about what's going on in my life then, because I don't want other people to blah blah blah. And it's not that simple, because sometimes we share our negative experiences in a way where we seek to sort of like navigate it as we express it, and we seek to find help in it, right? And so when we're going through a really challenging time and we share it with the intent to find a solution, right? We work through these things, and then we're co-creating with other people who are like, I believe in you, I support you. If you need something, let me know, I'll be there, right? And so we're co-creating with that type of energy, and then we're like this example in a sense where, hey, I worked through a really challenging time and I did it, and if you want to do it as well, you can. Does that make sense? And so we have to be very careful as to what we're thinking about when this happens. Okay, let's see. We have to live our own truth, but not at detrimental results for others. Yeah, yeah. Mind our business and realize everyone is in their own life and their own situation, and what is right for them and what is true for them doesn't necessarily mean it is right and true for you. So you must focus on your life experience, your beauty, and your truth in life, right? And the second card. Oh, I like this. The second card to stack three. As I am segment intending, I am attracting. As I am segment intending, I am attracting. The way you feel is your point of attraction. And so the value of segment intending is that you pause many times during your day to say, this is what I want and expect from this segment of my life experience. So this is what I want and expect from this segment of my life experience. And as you set forth those powerful thoughts, you will attract into your experience what you want. Ooh, I like how it's co-creating with, like, but whose truth is the true truth. I like how it's co-creating with that. So what does that make you think of? How does that make you feel? As I am segment intending, I am attracting. And so we realize, like, you know what? We get so caught up in our daily activities that we're just like, boom, beginning, middle, end, we're just going through, we're not even aware. And so it's important for us to stop, like, oh, wait, I'm here in this really great moment, and I can stop for a moment and express, this is what I want and expect from this segment of my life experience, and then I can focus on what I really love. And so sometimes I do that when I'm exercising. Like, I wake up early and I will do weight training, and so in that space, like, I, instead of getting so caught up in everything that I'm doing, in that moment, in that space, I will stop and I will think about, oh wow, I'm creating by my actions, like with the weights, right? With lifting weights, I'm creating my reality. I'm designing my body, and I feel really good about this, and I feel really good about the muscles, and I feel really good about just feeling good by doing this for myself. And I know that as I am focused on this segment of my life, it is attracting that energy that I'm putting into it. So not only am I exercising, but I'm also putting energy into it by thinking like, this feels really good. I love this. This is a really great time for me to focus on my health and wellness. I'm setting myself up for success. So, when I do get blood work in 3 months, when I go back to the doctor, things are going to look great because I'm intending that and I'm doing the work as well. So I'm taking a moment to stop and really invest into that creation as well. I wake up in the morning and I will say the Orphic hymn to whatever day it is, like if it's, what's today, Sunday, so the sun. I recited the Orphic hymn to the sun. Tomorrow will be the moon. And in those moments, I raise that energy, I reach out, and I create with that energy. Does that make sense? And so it's like I don't worry about what you're doing. No offense, but I'm not worried about what you're doing. I'm not worried about what anyone else is doing. I am so invested into how I can, perfect my own life and be there and show up for me. So when I do that, I am better suited to communicate with you. I'm better suited to communicate with others because I'm taking myself and making myself a priority in life. Um, Practice the pause. I like that. I like that. The real truth reveals itself. You just have to know how to read it correctly. I like that. hmm So, with that being said, all three sections, we start off with my emotional set points can be changed, and I am not in competition for well-being. Right? These are the cards for stack one, and I like that. I like that because it's basically saying we get to deliberately choose what we invest in. And so, what is it that you want to focus on? What is it that you want to give your time? And there's no competition. We're not in competition with anyone. Just because someone else is successful, there are people who are doing what I do who just started and they're far more successful than I am at this moment. And I don't look at like, ugh. Sometimes I do because I get into that space. We all do, but it's like I celebrate that because I know if they're doing it, right, if they're doing it, I can as well. And I'm unfolding that. So I'm not in competition with them. I'm inspired by them. I'm inspired by that energy, right? And I deliberately focus on my own success, right? And I get to do that. And then stack two, it is natural for my body to be well. My inner being guides me through my emotions. And so pay attention, pay attention. Don't think that, my body is broken. Um, it is natural for your body to be well, and let your inner being, let yourself connect with your soul, and align that energy with your physical circumstances, and allow yourself to tap into wellness, allow yourself to tap into the feeling of being better or feeling better in your whatever situation you're in. And so we know that as we deliberately choose our emotional set points, we are creating with that energy. And then as we are creating with that energy, we can focus on our own body and our own space, and we can focus on tapping into our soul. And as we tap into our soul, we listen and we're aware of the beauty of it. We let it share its energy with our physical experiences, and so we start to create in that space with our soul. And then stack three, but whose truth is the true truth. And as I am segment intending, I am attracting. And so focus on what you are co-creating with. Are you adding to fear, or are you adding to a solution of something? What are you doing? No judgment, but what are you doing? And so, whose truth is the true truth? And realize if we give enough thought to something, if we give enough if you give enough thought and attention to something, boom, we can all create it to be something true. We see it like, oh yeah, that was it. And so let's stop, take a pause, take a breather, and say, you know what, in this segment of my life, in this segment of my day, I want to focus on being abundant. And then I'm going to allow myself to envision my abundance. I'm going to allow myself to focus on all of the abundance that I have in my life. And I'm going to give myself a moment to attract in this space when I feel really good. I'm going to do that. Okay, so our inspirational reading for this February 14th of Valentine's Day. I like it. It's really an expression of empowerment and saying that we get to choose. We get to choose. We get to choose what we participate in. We get to choose what we do. You know. No one takes our power from us. We embody our power. We remember our power. We step into our power, and we get to do something with it. So choose for yourself. It doesn't matter what you choose. You know, if it's what you want, if it's what you want to delve into, that is your right. That is your choice. Make it for you. Um, make it happen for you. You know. So, with that being said, thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate everyone. This is in honor of Elisa Soul Kisses. She's having her sale right now, so you can check it out in the description. I have it linked. So, thank you again for being here. And hopefully soon I'll get back to my normal videos. I'm still working through getting all of these books sent out, shipped out. Right now, I'm almost finished with writing thank you cards and sealing all of those up. Then I get to put them in the packages and seal the packages up and put the shipping labels on them and taking them to the mail. So yeah, it's a fun, adventurous process. So again, thank you so much. And if you missed out on the pre-order and you want the book, message me, and when I get all the pre-orders shipped out, I will respond. I may have a few like misfit books available. So I will talk to y'all very soon. Thank you again. Be blessed.